Hello everyone and welcome back to more Seduce Me to the Demon War. Back at it again for the final moments in Damien's route. Oh my gosh, we are back in the middle of this Demon Lord fight, except this time Damien's the one who's leading the charge right now, because in the last episode what happened? Oh yeah, so Diana told us about the whole ritual that she found out of, the reverse ritual where we can actually turn Damien into a human this time, like actually, like for realsies. So, but of course, the price is that he can possibly lose his life in the process. So, of course, that just really, rustled our jimmies, because we're like, oh my god, we can lose the one true love, the man that we love forever and all eternity, and we're gonna be sad and shit like that. But then we also need to consider that this is what Damien wanted, and so Hannah's just having this whole internal battle with her, along with the voice in her head and shit. And then eventually Damien came up to us the other night, the very next night or something like that, and then he's like, will you be mad at me if I decide to go through with this? And of course we say, you know what, whatever makes you happy, we're gonna support you. So that's what ended up happening. So Diana gets the ritual ready, gets all the stuff, and then before starting it, she was like, if you hold on to his hand, and because you're a human, you're brimming with energy, maybe, using your energy, you could, possibly make this, this percentage of success, even better than, what we already had. So, yeah, we did that, and then in the middle of it all, of course, the voice comes back, starts taunting Hannah, and she's like, you know what, shut up, I know what you are finally. And she's like, you are just my worries and my anxieties and my darkest fears, manifested itself into, Diana's voice. And that turns out to be correct. So in the end, it's all about our inner demons that's been haunting us. So yeah, so we conquer our inner demons, we go back to reality, and we find that, the ritual is like, shit's going down, shit's going up in flames, there's black fire everywhere, and then we're just like, oh my god, what the hell is happening? So I tried to fix it by saying fight it, and then whatever, and then in the end, apparently I didn't get enough points with Damien in order for it to be successful, so we ended up just, going up in flames. We ended up burning to death by the demonic fires. So yeah, that's what ended up happening. So I went back, got the necessary points, came back to the ritual area, event, and then it actually successfully went through, and Damien's human now. He's completely human, except Diana, in the process of it, managed to capture all of his demon powers and put it into a gem, and then she's like, here, use this to the final battle, and you can only use this one last time, and this gem is what's gonna intensify the power in the meantime. So yeah, everyone's happy. We finally we make it to the Demon Lord castle. Diana's in the middle of fighting the Demon Lord, and then Damien wanted to jump in. He's so eager to fight because he's got some vengeance on his mind on the Demon Lord, except we're like, no, Damien, you need to wait, you need to chill, you need to come in at a pivotal moment. And of course Diana was just like, yeah, I want to keep fighting, and even though she busted her fucking ribs and then broke how many bones in her body, I don't even know, but she still insisted on fighting until she was knocked back into a pile of rubble. And then of course that's when Damien decided to take actions, and then he released the powers in the gem that Diana gave him, and now he's back in his demon form. He's more powerful than ever, and then he's fighting the Demon Lord, even the Demon Lord's surprised. And yeah, when the Demon Lord was gonna take a cheap shot at us by shooting a bolt of red lightning, and then have this huge ass pillar come down on us, but no, Diana, homegirl, saved us again. She she rose from all the rubble pile that she was knocked into before, even though she's busted out and she needs medical attention. She rushes to our aid, and she manages to prevent the rubble or the big stone pillar from crushing us to death. And yeah, that's where we are. So that's where we are. Damien's still fighting the Demon Lord, and so yeah, this is the final frontier. What's gonna happen? The pair of us looked over at the Demon Lord, seeing him emotionally seethe at the sight of us, because yeah, fuck you.
You just don't know when to die, do you?
Nope, apparently not. But damn, Diana, you strong. You so strong. Diana smirked and stepped forward, holding her hand back towards me and forming a large purple barrier around me.
We've got unfinished business to take care of first. Right, Damien?
Yeah, Damien, go get him! Freaking, like, chop his head off! With an angered nod, Damien stood, gripping his scythe while Diana formed her saber in her hand, materializing a wrap around her hand and then handle to keep it in her grip. Right, she busted her hand too, my god. This girl is just fucking, you can shoot her like 5 times and she still won't go down.
It's over, you bastard.
Yes. Baring his teeth, the demon lord gripped his sword and stepped down from the dais to meet Damien and Diana halfway.
I will slaughter you both!
Are you sure about that? You tried to for Diana, but that didn't work out so well. A violent shudder ran up my spine at his words before Damien and Diana vaulted forward, slamming their weapons into the demon lord's parrying sword. At the collision, a bright flash of red, purple, and black energy sparked and lit the room like a large firework. I moved to the edge of the barrier, trying to watch from the safety of the spell around me as Damien and Diana slowly began to beat down the demon lord's defenses, the spark between their clashing blinding the demon lord. No amount of bravado could save the demon lord now. Yes, and I got me a shield, so fuck you. Can't try on no more cheap shots. The room slowly began to crumble just from the heavy sound waves of their fighting, causing rock upon rubble to fall onto the marble almost like hail. This time, Damien was nowhere near defenseless. Damien would escape with me, and the demon lord would die here alone. I felt confidence run through me at the idea Damien could do this, unless the gemstone power thing has a time limit where it's like, oh, time's up, can't revert back to human form, and then yeah, that's why we fucked up. Tired of the steel battle, Diana swooped around the demon lord and slashed at the back of his knees, forcing him to fall forward and drop the sword from the impact. Good job! Can we please just kill him already? I really want to go home. I want a burrito. Like, I'm hungry. Let's go for Chipotle or something.
Enough! End this!
Yes, please. Please do. Without a breath of mercy, Damien raised his scythe back, taking aim at his target.
Goodbye, Father.
Goodbye. Yes. A flash of black energy swept the room as Damien swung his scythe down and through the neck of the demon lord. For a moment, nothing seemed to have occurred. It wasn't until a large open line appeared on the demon lord's neck and his eyes began to glaze over that I realized what had happened. Nice, clean slice. In an angled cut, not perfect by any means, the demon lord's head slid off of his shoulders and tumbled to the marble floor, rolling until it stopped on the edge of one of his horns. Ugh. From his newly open neck, black and red blood began to gush out and drain as the body fell forward. Ew. The sound of his body hitting the ground echoed through the chamber, solidifying the death of his father. The battle had been won at last. Finally! God damn, I was beginning to think that we're gonna be here all day. I could finally breathe. Hopefully. Maybe. The realization of the entire event coursed through me like a wave as a weight lifted itself from my heart. The curse I knew then had been lifted at last. I was free to go home! Free at last! Free at last! I began drowning in feelings of joy and relief, happy that it was all over and overwhelmed by everything that had happened. As the scythe beside me faded alongside the barrier around As the scythe? Where did you get the scythe? As the scythe beside me faded alongside the barrier around me, Damien slowly turned to face me, hearing my slowly growing cries of joy. Okay, but I still don't know where you got the scythe from. It was almost overwhelming. We won. We really won. Really? Are you sure? Damien slowly started to walk towards me, his form fading from the demon he got the chance to be to the human he actually was. His clothes slowly materialized around his body, but the bruises and the soot of the battle remained as a reminder of what had happened. Just looking into his eyes, I could see the satisfaction of his deeds blossom in his gaze. He stared at me, happy to see me, and I felt myself grin from ear to ear at him. I wasn't being pulled away from him, nor was he dead. Yay! Good job! You did it! Damien and I were together and we were okay. Damien finally stopped in front of me and wrapped his arms around me, letting everything sink in within my embrace as I buried my face in his shoulder. I was tired of seeing the death around me now. I know, okay, but somebody get to take care of that. Like, I don't want to look at, this head here and that body there. All I wanted was to go home. I know, this is the moment we all been waiting for. You did it, Damien! Oh my god, you did it! We could get shawarma, it'll be great!
Yeah. We can go home now.
I know, yay, finally. I looked up at him, feeling the ache of the lost adrenaline in my system course through me as I clung to him. The war for us was over. At last! At last, my love has come along. Diana, however, collapsed onto the ground on the dais of the throne, panting for air as she stared at the pair of us in exhaustion. Oh my god, girl! We need to get you to a hospital or something of the like. Oh my god, we need to call Sarah. We need to just 911 Sarah right now. Yeah. Yeah. Before she could finish her sentence, Diana's eyes rolled into the back of her head and she completely passed out onto the ground. In a panicked rush, I thrust my hand out towards her. Hey, can't you call her, Hannah? Like, she gave you the permission to call him. Sado, yes, Sado. I got you, homegirl. In a flash of light, Sado's form materialized and looked around, surprised at the summoning. As his eyes landed on the passed out Diana, he slammed down onto his knees and cradled her in his arms. Relieved to see her breathing, he hugged her to his chest, giving her his energy. I clung to Damien, not mentally wiped out. Who knew the end of a battle was so exhausting? I had fought with Lisette once before, but it was nowhere near as intense as this fight was, not by a long shot, right? Lisette was that bitch, right? Yeah, it was that bitch. But like, girl, like that shit was nothing, okay? That was just a bunch of fist fighting. That was just a street brawl. Damien and I looked at each other, both of us feeling the lack of energy from the battle attempt to consume our bodies before leaning into one another for a well-deserved rest. We're not napping here, though. I refuse to nap here. One thing was for certain, this chapter of my story had come to an end. Yes. It was over. The war was finally over. Okay, we can skip. Maybe we can talk to Diana. Like, I'm pretty sure nothing's gonna happen in regards to, like, the coup d'etat because it's Zero. Like, who the fuck gonna convince him to do a coup d'etat? He would have been like, what the fuck? So yeah, let's just skip on ahead and see what Kay has to say as the final words. Alright, despite everything Damien went through, it was all worth to obtain his humanity and be truly happy, don't you think? I know, right? Even though I had to die once for it, but like, whatever. Whatever. We still got it at the end.
He got his revenge for his mother, and both of you saved the demon world. I definitely would put that down as successes.
Right? I can put it on my resume.
Anyways, you've been through a lot, so why don't we skip to...
Do we just... I think everything would be like still normal, right? Like the first time we refused to do the coup d'etat thing, it'll just still be like Diana just, you know, going on about ruling the demon world, and everyone would love her because she homegirl. She cool like that. Okay, yeah. So Damien and you both completely human now. Return home and set up once more for your wedding. Take 2. Yes, take 2.
Huh? How do I know? Well, I have my ways. Maybe you should check it out.
Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Alright, it took a while to get everything back in order, but with the help of Damien's brothers and his wives, we were able to finally have the wedding Damien and I dreamed of. Everything was organized to the T, and it was indeed perfect. Absolutely perfect! The revels of the ceremony and reception still shook me, even through the honeymoon. It was so unreal. I was married to the love of my life, and we were about to live our lives together forever! Yay! I could go on and on about the wedding and the honeymoon, but honestly, after the war, I was more concerned of living my life afterwards. Yes. Our lives escalated to new heights after we officially became husband and wife. Damien finally settled on what he wanted to do, dedicating himself to writing small stories for children. Aw, that's so cute. Reading to him became a passion, drawing him towards teaching children to learn before they had gotten older. It was beautiful to say the least. Yes. As for me, I began to go through my own successes and life, dedicating myself to becoming exactly what I wanted to be. After all, Damien was dedicated to his work and goal. If I put the same amount of work as I did in the demon world, then I was going to be okay. Yay. However, there was never a day that went by that I didn't think about what was happening in the abyssal plane. It was a heavy chapter in my life, one that tested the love between me and Damien. Yes, while the struggle was rough, Damien was finally able to realize his dream of being a human. Even more so, he was able to take down his father and gain revenge, not only for his mother, but for what the Demon Lord had done to him as a child. Yes, fuck that guy. 'Cause fuck that guy. I was so proud of him, and I was even more proud to call him mine. This change affected us both, and we knew what the future had in store now. And who knew what the future had in store now? Still, I was confident that we would get through it and stay together no matter what came our way. Demon, devil, whatever, it didn't matter to us. We were unstoppable together. A moment to myself was all it took to remember everything that went on during my time in the Abyssal Plane. It was a heavy part of my life and a chapter I would never forget for as long as I lived. Ah, yes. I sat in bed waiting for Damien to return from his visit to the Anderson Toys Company. He wanted to pitch his next book idea to his brother and hopefully get some funding for it for art and publishing, but I had high hopes for it regardless. Yes. It was boring, however, just waiting. I know. Just twiddling my thumb. I let out a sigh and slid off the bed, standing and stretching. What to do? What about yoga? Let's just do some yoga. I began to let my feet guide me through the house, wanting something to take my attention. As I let my mind wander, I couldn't help remembering the secret alcove the house had where Damien confessed his love for me. Right, we had a fucking hot spring in the alcove. Like, that was so random, but like, we had it. I forgot that was a thing. I wondered, was it still there? Was it? Is it? Let's go check. I walked through my memory, trying to find the secret passage once again. With my luck, I managed to find it and walk through it, leaving the passageway open for Damien to find me later in case I stuck around the spring for long. Hey! I walked through the dark passage and eventually entered the magical space my grandfather had created for the mansion, hiding a beautiful hot spring. The steam was just as heavy as it was when I was last in the space, making me smile and let out a relaxing sigh. A moment in the spring was well worth everything I had gone through. Yeah, yo, why don't you use this more often? Like, I don't understand. I stripped down and slowly eased myself into the spring, feeling the water slowly drain my aches and stress away the lower I slid myself. As I finally sat down, another sigh couldn't stop itself from escaping me, taking in the fresh air and the slight tint of flowers emanating in the air. My thoughts simply melted away, letting me simply sit back against the edge of the spring and indulge in the warmth around my body. The only thing that would have made the experience perfect was Damien beside me to cuddle against. Yes. I'm sure he'll be coming soon. Don't worry. As if faith answered my selfish prayer, my thoughts were broken by the sound of slowly approaching footsteps, making me look over with a smile as I spotted familiar purple and blue eyes. Hey, babe, you want to join me in the hot spring?
Hey. Enjoying the spring?
Yeah, yo, you should come in. Damien slowly began to walk towards me, stripping off his clothes to join me as I smiled and nodded, lying back against the edge of the spring lazily. The water is so good, you're missing out. Well, he's getting in, so like, chill. He's getting there. Damien chuckled before finally joining me, sitting beside me and wrapping his arms around me. I giggled in return, nuzzling into his shoulder and chest. The water may have been warm, but feeling Damien against me made me feel just right. Damien nuzzled my head with his and kissed over my shoulder gently. How was the meeting with James? I hope he agrees to, right? Well, so I'm gonna have to go over there and beat the shit out of him.
It went good. I got the funding.
Yay! Cool. I pulled away, suddenly excited for Damien. He grinned at me, nodding and affirming his words with a happy expression. That's awesome! Congratulations! Yay! Damien laughed and gently kissed me before pulling me into a hug, wrapping his arms fully around me and holding me close. I cuddled into his embrace, waves of joy practically emanating from us. This was the start of Damien's future, and I would be standing beside him, eager to see him grow and become the successful person he wanted to be. Damien softly kissed my cheek and let out a sigh, relaxing his embrace but not letting me go.
You are such an inspiration to me.
Ah, you think too highly of me. Damien.
It's true. You've supported me and been with me ever since we met. You did everything to protect me and give me everything I could have ever wanted.
Oh, so you. Stop it, you. Damien slightly pulled away and stared into my eyes, his own full of love and passion that glimmered in the light of the magically made moon above us. Yeah, man, I mean, there always seems to be a moon, like a perfectly round one, whenever we're out here. Don't you find that strange?
How did I ever come to deserve you?
So, I don't know. A lot of people ask me that. I smiled sweetly and cupped Damien's cheek, feeling him nuzzle into my palm as I kissed his cheek softly. I knew very well that our relationship came from us deserving each other. I loved him and he loved me. It was all that mattered in the end. Yep. I should be asking the same thing, but I know that we perfectly deserve each other, right? I felt like I was in some sort of blissful dream, staring into Damien's eyes as he became lost in mine. I love you, Damien. Forever and always.
I love you too.
Yay. I couldn't stop my smile from growing before leaning in and kissing Damien lovingly, feeling him kiss back with the same amount of love and passion I had. Our lives would lead us to a blissful future, one full of adventure, joy, and endless waves of affection for one another. He obtained his dream and I obtained mine. Because he is my dream. I don't know, it's fucking cheesy as Disney cheesy. I don't know. And that was my perfect happily ever after, yes. You are my dearest dream, my one and only. Yay. Okay. Yay! Got through it! Did it! Did it! Alright. So there's that. There is that. And, how many... Oh wow, okay, so I was gonna say, I was like, how many endings does this guy have? And I was like going through it, and I was like, hey, he has like 4 endings too. That's interesting. So anyways, even though we've heard the ending, you know, so many times, it's still great, I know, but like we got stuff to do. So anyways, I got 2 of the 4 endings that you can get for Damien. Of course, the one end of the endings is called Up in Flames, which is, you know, fight this is chosen. Really? Oh, okay. I got more than 8 points, but like oh, okay. Alright. Okay, so apparently it matters if you say take me instead or fight this during the whole human you know, conversion ritual thing. So I think, yeah, why yeah, so I got Up in Flames, and then I got You Are My Dearest Dream, which is Damien Becomes Human, and then there's the other one, which is called My Life for Yours, which is when we get more than 8 points, except we choose Take Me instead when the whole prompt comes up during the conversion ritual. So am I at a state where I can actually do that? Cause that'd be really convenient. That'd be really super convenient. Let's try it. Let's just try it. Fuck it. Take me instead. I wasn't going to let Death take him. If Death was taking anyone, it would be me. Wait, but I already did that. Wait. Okay. Actually, no. Yeah, I already did that for like the main choice to get to the You Are My Dearest Dream. Okay, you know what? No. Wait, no. Load. Let's try to... Let's see. No, wait, let's see. Okay, I need to get less than 8 points, which means I need to go back 1 choice and not get that last point, which is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Okay. Got it! Okay, I know where to go. I know where to go. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna say a kiss then, because that's only gonna give us 1 point. And then up to the point where Diana gets us to wake him up. We're not gonna actually we're not gonna kiss his cheek. We're just gonna wake him up the normal people way, or the less loving way. So we're gonna shake him. we're gonna shake him. Yes, I smiled and shook Damien a bit, making him release a shaky groan from my action. Sorry, come on, Diana's here and wants to talk to us. Damien stirred a bit more, finally opening his eyes and yawning from being awoken. As he looked up at me, I smiled down at him, earning a tired smile back. Morning! Sorry I didn't, you know, wake you up in a more graceful way. So yeah, okay, that should give us the necessary amount of points. That should give us 7 points, which the guy says to get less than 8, and then we go up to the point where we go through the ritual, and then we say, yeah, take me instead. So let's do that. Okay, so hopefully if I did it right, it'll work. Okay, take me instead. Yes, I wasn't going to let Death take him. If Death was taking anyone, it would be me. The flames, as if they accepted my terms quickly, began to snake off of Damien's body and up his hand to me, wrapping me in their tight embrace and burning over my skin. Yeah, okay, I'm burning. Yeah, I'm burning. I'm burn, baby, burn. Okay, I could feel Damien desperately try to cling to me, pulling my hands towards him. Still, I remained in place, unable to feel anything else by the flames that rips at my skin. Okay, so it's going well. It's going, quote, quote, well, because the skip button is not highlighted, which means it's new text. Soon, I was falling back off the chair I was sitting on, slamming onto the floor, and feeling my entire body become engulfed by the black flames. Soon, the cool embrace of Death was all I could feel, the darkness is all I could see. The last thing I could hear was Damien desperately crying out to me. Okay.
No!
So do we die and he still becomes human? Because that'd be really fucked up still, but like, yeah. Huh. My life for yours. There you go. That's all. That's it. that's all, folks. My life for yours. Okay, so yeah, now we can do the demon till the day you die, which is don't let Damien become human at all. So I'm pretty sure we just disagree with him when he says he wants to do the ritual. Just be like, no, it's too dangerous. So let's try that. Yeah, please don't do it. It's risky. Don't do it. I couldn't let him do this. I couldn't let him do something that would rip him away from me. Besides, there was nothing wrong with being a demon. Being a demon was way better than being a silly, weak human. I would know. But you're still powerful, though, because you can do magic and shit. I gripped his hands tightly, pulling them to my chest and gritting my teeth. This was wrong to ask him, but I didn't want him to change. I don't want to lose you. I love you, and I want to be with you forever. I don't want this ritual to take you away from me. Aww, look how sad he looks! Oh no! Damien stared down at me, watching me lay my forehead on his hands, desperately clinging to him. I prayed he would listen and see reason. I was more than happy to sacrifice energy for him. I was fine with him enthralling me and taking energy. I didn't care if he couldn't see the benefits of him being a demon. This was our relationship and this was my decision as much as it was his. But that's the point, you're not considering his feelings. So it's just your decision. Damien slowly lowered his head and kissed over my hair, making me gasp and look up at him as he lifted his head away. He had a sad smile, but a smile nonetheless as he gave my hands a squeeze. Okay.
All right. I won't.
Okay, wow. All right. There you go. My heart melted in joy as I released his hands and wrapped my arm around Damien tightly. I was thrilled that he understood. I was going to take care of him for the rest of our lives, and I vowed to give him everything. I could faintly hear the voice in my head scoff. Okay.
Pathetic begging. Well, at least it all worked out, eh?
Yeah, right. I was like, why are you scoffing? Isn't this what you wanted? For a moment, I had to agree with the voice. It was worth it, and it worked out. Are you sure? I don't know. The 2 days that followed were filled with intense training and briefing of work. Diana became more involved with the armies as the boys heightened their training efforts. I did the same on my own, not wanting to fall behind. Okay. Soon enough, the boys were working from dawn to dusk, leaving me to head to the room long before Damien could. Okay. Are we still gonna go? Oh, okay, we're still gonna go into the final days of just up to the Demon Lord fighting shit. Okay, let's just skip on ahead and see what happens. Okay, so we made it up to the point. Damien's in his demon form because we didn't let him go through the ritual of becoming human. And yeah, regardless, it's like he didn't receive the gem where it like heightened his powers from Diana. So we're still trying to hold back Damien, and Diana's still like, I can do this kind of thing. So yeah.
I don't need help.
Yeah, she's like, no. Okay, she's still fighting. Okay, we won't skip that. Okay, so finally Diana is knocked back into a pillar. She's down for the count for now, and then so now Damien is stepping up and he's like, yeah, I'ma take care of you. So and of course, yeah, this is after when the Demon Lord said the line where he's like, you know, I may not know anything about you, but I know all about your mother. And that'd be like, oh snap, you done did it. Black energy burst from Damien's body as a sword formed in his hand and a snarl erupted from his gritted teeth. There we go, there he goes. Alright, so then Diana comes in. She comes in again. There goes Diana. Okay. We're gonna calm him down. I'm gonna do my regular choices up until the end of the route, and then afterwards I'll come back and I'll see all these other choices. So for now, I'm just gonna do, calm Damien down. We're gonna wait for a pivotal moment to attack, like we did, the first time. Okay, finally. So finally Diana is down for the count. The fourth time, I don't even know. This girl like don't know when to give up. But anyways, that's what I love about her. Anyways, so finally Damien rushed forward and swung at his father, fueling his swing with his rage and need to end this battle. With ease, the Demon Lord parried his son and leaned in to add insult to attempt.
You never learn, do you? You're just like your mother.
Oh my god.
Shut up!
So mad, so angry. But yeah, he has every reason to be. Another swing, another parry, another insult. Yeah.
The only ones who gave a damn about you were your idiot brothers. If it were up to me, you'd be a rotting corpse.
Yeah, we all heard that now. Oh my god, just kill him. Damien refused to give in. With his energy, Damien formed multiple copies of himself around the room, all armed and dangerous. As the copy ran up to the Demon Lord to strike at him from behind, the Demon Lord only smirked and let loose a red bolt of energy around his body. The energy forced me back to slide across and tumble onto the floor. As I looked up to see what else had happened, I stared in shock as Damien's doppelgangers no longer graced the room with their presence. Yeah, he has AoE. Even worse, so Damien became locked in a tight grip around his neck, lifted high in the air as he struggled to get his legs onto the Demon Lord's body somehow. Oh no.
Your existence took my succubus away from me. Well, I'm gonna take something from you in return.
What? My life? Like a ragdoll, Damien arced across through the room and was tossed to the opposite side of the room with ease. I watched in horror as Damien's body crashed into the pillar near the dais and broke through it to slam into the far wall. Oh my god, we're back to knocking pillars. This isn't good. Damien! No, Damien! I scrambled to get up and rush through him, but as I finally got back onto my feet, the Demon Lord stepped in my path, smirking down at me and causing me to freeze in my spot. Oh. Can you, like, move out of the way, please? You're in my way. Something took hold of me, forcing me to remain still as I stared up at the Demon Lord in complete fear. I was frozen as a statue as he slowly approached me and dug his fingers into my hair. With a hard tug, he lifted my body into the air. At the excruciating pain, my body broke free of the hold that was on me, and I began to flail and struggle to get out of his grip. Girl, he'd be holding you by your hair. That must hurt. Let me go! Unhand me! I tried to use my energy to fight, but found none to use. I tried to kick him and force him to release me, but my attempts were fruitless. I was stuck in the Demon Lord's grip as he turned and held me towards where Damien had fallen. I stared wide-eyed as Damien slowly stood from his place and rushed forward to try and re-engage battle with the Demon Lord, only to take in the sight of me. Hi, hey, yeah, this is kind of awkward.
No!
Yeah, this is really awkward. I'm sorry. I reached out to Damien, hoping he would come and save me with his abilities. As Damien's energy flared and he began to rush at me, I let out a painful gasp as a searing pain ripped through my stomach. Oh, he done stabbed me through the stomach. Thanks. Damien stopped and I looked down, both of us stricken with horror as the Demon Lord's blade protruded out from my stomach, painted with fresh, dripping blood. My blood. Yeah, no shit. Whose blood? Who else's?
Watch as she dies, because you exist.
Oh, well then. Without mercy, the Demon Lord ripped the sword from my body and slammed it back in through another section of my stomach, white flaring pain shooting through me. Wow, not only are you gonna stab me once, you're gonna stab me twice? What is this? Rude ass bitch. Gah. Ow, bitch. That hurt.
No!
I am so sorry that this had to happen in front of you. I can fix this. Hopefully, no. Nah, I'm pretty fucked, actually. I'm pretty fucked. Damien took a step to rush forward, but found himself frozen in place from the sheer shock at what the Demon Lord had done, and from the Demon Lord's fear and enthrallment that he used on me. The world began to grow fuzzy as I felt myself slowly bleed out. As if 2 death blows weren't enough, the Demon Lord quickly slid the sword from my body and rammed it through my back and diaphragm, twisting it to ensure I would scream regardless. This is really unnecessary, you know? I couldn't even hear myself let out a scream as my entire body slowly became numb and the world around me darkened. Wow, well, darkness. Oh, yeah, I couldn't even say goodbye. No shit, you got a huge ass saber through your stomach. There we go. Is that my ending? Am I dead? Oh, demon to the— wow. Alright. Well then, alright. That's shit. Okay. Damn. I did not expect to die. I thought it would be like, I don't know. I don't know what I expected. But anyways, yeah, that was it. That was that ending where it's like a demon till the day you die. And that's all the endings we could get for him. And then now we're gonna go back to all the choices that I wanted to make. Let's see. What choices did I want to make or wanted to see? I think the only one was when we had to either calm Damien down or let him fight during the final battles. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's the only choice that I wanted to see. Anything else is like, for me, I would not choose it regardless. Like, it doesn't make sense to me to choose otherwise. So yeah, let's just do it. Let's just try it. Let him attack. Go for it. Damien had every right to be angry. He had every right to join the fight. Who was I to stop him? Well, Diana, but like, anyways, whatever. Fuck it. The faster we ended the Demon Lord, the better. I stepped back, letting Damien grasp onto the gem for a moment. I stepped back, letting Damien grasp onto the gem for a moment before quickly rushing forward, crushing it in his hand as he brought it up into a fist to swing a punch at the Demon Lord.
Out of my way!
Oh, well. As Damien got close, however, the Demon Lord jutted his foot out, slamming it into Damien's chest and sending him flying back towards the room entrance. He landed hard against the wall and fell to the ground, stunned momentarily from the impact. Why did it not work? Damien, why did your transformation not work? What's happening? I rushed over to Damien, panicked at the event and sliding to kneel at Damien's side. He gritted his teeth and coughed, trying to catch himself as he slowly began to stand. The Demon Lord, however, was not so patient. The Demon Lord let a pulse of red energy slam into Diana's body, forcing her back before charging head-on towards me and Damien, sword positioned at his side to impale his son into the wall. Oh god! Damien managed to stand, still curled over in lack of air into his lungs, but glared hard as the Demon Lord quickly diminished the distance between himself and us. Bruh, you got this? I had no energy to defend him. I felt myself naturally step in front of Damien, not wanting so much to protect him. Wait, what? I felt myself naturally step in front of Damien, wanting so much to protect him. However, I couldn't help but see my life flash for a moment before my eyes. I know. Was this the end? I don't know. Maybe.
No!
Oh no! Diana, no! With her final shot, Diana rushed between us and became the victim of the Demon Lord's blade. As it ran through her body and out of her back, the purple taint that marked her skin almost shattered around the wound like broken armor. We ended up killing Diana. Oh my gosh. Well, thank God I didn't let him fight. God. Diana, no! Well, oh shit. Diana looked back over her shoulder and glared hard at Damien, shuddering as the blade rested in her belly. Oh god, I'm so sorry. All for science.
You should have waited your turn.
I know, I did! The first time I did it! The first time I really did. This is the second time because I just wanted to do it for science. Peh, shut up. With a disappointed and disgusted glare, the Demon Lord lifted his sword up with Diana on it, making her gasp and grip the sword in pain, her feet no longer able to touch the floor.
Pathetic way to die.
Shut up. The Demon Lord grabbed one of Diana's horns, holding her still, before pulling his blade out of her body with a gory splatter of blood following after. Without letting her go, the Demon Lord brought his sword up and ran the blade through Diana's throat. Whoa! Okay, wow, that's so unnecessary. I was frozen in fear and shock as he watched her body spasm in his hand before releasing her and letting Diana crumple to the floor like a doll. Tears formed in my eyes as I stepped back from the Demon Lord, shivering in horror. And now he's finally, yes, now we're gonna finally fight. Oh, then what would happen to us when we get the whole, like, the pillar, the rock thing, when he took the cheap shot at us, and then Diana actually saved us, but now that Diana's dead, what the hell are we gonna do? Oh, let's see. Okay, there we go. I'm pretty sure this is the part where the boulder is coming down. In a rush of desperation, Damien flew forward towards me and grabbed hold of my body, covering it as the boulder above reached impact. Both of us collapsed onto the ground, the sound of bones cracking above me. Oh, so he saves us. Okay, wow. I began to fear for Damien despite the weight above us. Damien was sandwiched between me and a boulder. It didn't matter for a moment what was going on. Damien was seriously hurt, right? God, Damien! Oh my god, Damien! Damn, that was fast of you though. With a pained grunt of his own, Damien forced the boulder off of us with a shaky push. His wings were pressed hard against his back, seemingly broken, but as he lifted me back up, a hum of black energy rushed through Damien's body and forced his wings to flex out, snapping them into place once more. Oh wow, okay. The pair of us looked over at the Demon Lord, seeing him seize at the sight of us.
Speedy little rat.
You wish you had his speed, okay? So like, just whatever. Haters gonna hate. Furious, Damien resummoned his scythe into his hands and slammed it into the ground, forming a large black tinted barrier around me. Aghast, looking around at the magic surrounding me as Damien floated out towards his father. Okay, so he gives us the barrier, huh?
This battle is between us.
Yeah, yo. God. Baring his teeth, the Demon Lord gripped his sword and stepped down from the dais to meet Damien halfway.
Then come!
Okay. Okay. A violent shudder ran up my spine. Okay, yeah, but so basically it's just him and Damien now instead of Damien and Diana tag teaming this. Okay. So we're just gonna, like, again, it's the same kind of text dialogue, except instead of, you know, Diana's name being included in there, it's now only Damien. Oh, so sad. So sad. Damien could do this. Okay, One misstep finally gave Damien the opening he needed. As the Demon Lord stumbled to the side at the power of his last deadlock, Damien swept the end of his scythe down on the Demon Lord's knees, causing him to buckle. There we go. Okay, so that's how he managed to get him. Without a breath of mercy, Damien raised his scythe back, making aim at his target.
Go to hell.
God damn. Yeah, yo. That was cool. A flash of black energy, so yeah, swept through him, yeah, and then, yep. Beheaded, yep, that's nice. Okay, bye. Alright. I could finally breathe at last. Okay, oh my god, but Seiro though. Yeah, okay, so curse is lifted. And, yep. Hi. Yep. But Diana though. Okay, all I wanted was to go home. But Diana though. Diana. You did it, Damien.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can go home now.
Yes, but Diana's still dead. I looked up at him. Yes, the war was over for us at last. Yes, but
Well, you
okay, but okay.
Congratulations! You've made it to the end of your story.
Okay.
I have to say, I am very surprised at how it turned out.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna end the way we did it last time in Matthew's art, where we also accidentally killed off Diana by not calling Seiro. When we were facing his mom. So I think it's gonna go on where she has the royal cremation, and then Seiro is gonna be so brokenhearted he's gonna just stay where the family tree is and just stay there forever and ever. So I'm pretty sure that's that. Yep, basically that's it. So it's like the same ending we did with Matthew, where Diana died, and then she was given the royal cremation, public cremation, and then the rebel leaders took up the position of, ruling the abyssal plane. So yeah, that's it. So concludes Damien's route. Oh my gosh. God damn. I feel like that's a lot to take in. I don't even know. I feel like there's a lot. Oh my god, why is she? Oh yeah, okay. I think I got all of his CGs. Yeah, I did. Cool. I did it. So that concludes Damien's route, and I still don't have stuff for general. Wow, okay, whatever. Whatevs. I'll probably deal with that later at the end of when everything's said and done. But anyways, that just means that we finally move on to our very last person, which is Diana. Oh my god, we're actually gonna have a full episode of that because her route was the only one that wasn't included in the demo version. So we don't know how it's gonna be in the beginnings, and yeah, we're gonna go straight through to the end and see what's up with her stories. But if anything just changes, actually no, it should change because we're not with any of the guys. So would that give us reasons to have the guys drop in on the abyssal planes? I don't know. Oh my gosh, so many possibilities. I'm actually kind of excited. So anyways, yeah, I'm totally excited to see how Diana's story would shape up and would turn out to be. And then yeah, and that would be the end of Seduce Me too. Holy shit. Oh my god. It's kind of bittersweet. But anyways, still got one more person to go, and maybe lots, at least 4 or 5 episodes in terms of that. So yeah, I will see you guys next time for one last romancing going on in Seduce Me too. So yeah, until then, bye!